Hi guys, welcome back to part number 18 of Through the Dark Side of Times. We pick up where we left off last time, which was a pretty unpleasant episode. I know it's not a pleasant game, but that one was particularly tough. We're on the 26th of February 1945. British troops crossed the border and conquer the town of Gotch. Red Army at the Oder River. Work councils revived. On meeting Paul, Ryan Rabbit sitting very still with tears flowing down his cheeks. Paul, are you alright? With a long silence, he responds, they're gone. Sobs. A bombing 2 nights ago, my whole family, all of them, gone. I was away from home when the siren started. This is so horrible, I'm so sorry. Why couldn't I have been home? Cries as sobs convulse his body. Why can't the bombs just kill me too? It's not fair for me to still be here without them. His war's taken everything from us. A hit to morale, but we have a checkpoint there. We could go and free some prisoners, we could gain access to a factory, find Lily's brother, we could set up a hideout. But we are going to go and organise a party this week. And have a massive boost to morale. And then we can focus on the rest of it, because we are getting pretty low. It's been a long time since we met outside of our secret meetings or during a mission. Everyone brought their loved ones. For one night, we avoided topics that dominated our daily life so much every other day. It's probably a bit harsh on Paul, he's just lost his family. We're now bringing him to a party where everyone's brought their loved ones. Do you remember when it was like this all the time? Do you think it'll ever be better again? Asked Sebastian Bauman. I barely remember, but I have hope. I understand, said Sebastian. Then we should celebrate the now as if there was no tomorrow. That day, we did. We gain a contact as well through that. Plus 25 in total to morale. Fast execution. Heinrich Himmler sets special course to execute war-weary soldiers and civilians. Money transfers have been stopped and Prayer conquered. This is an opportunity, said Sebastian Bauman. The intel would allow us to take out anti-aircraft guns, passing this information onto the Brits and making a launch a precision attack. Don't know if we missed something here, but this is interesting. Have you all gone completely mad all of a sudden, says Paul Weinrab. Sure, we want to see the Nazis lose their war, but these bombs hit our city, they hit civilians, our families, our friends. They hit us for Christ's sake. These anti-aircraft guns are defending us. Maybe, but this is still a great opportunity. So we can sabotage anti-aircraft guns, which are down there. But what we need is explosives. To gain explosives, we have to get into the factory. We want to find Lily's brother. We'll send 4 to go into that. And we're going to go try and gain access to the factory. Just send 1 for that one. Up organising a strike, Gustav and Roman. That should do. And then let's go and meet the Conservative. Why not? 14 marks donated, lost 2 supporters. Down in Temple Hall, forced labourers are organising a strike. Roman thinks he's been, but we gain 13 supporters, plus 2 morale. Sebastian meets with a group of Conservatives. Another 3 supporters gain there, and another 2 morale. Paul finds Gregor. Paul finds Gregor, reunite brother and sister. That is quite nice to see. And we're going to enforce that. Oswald gets to know the foreman of the night shift in the factory. Foreman tells Horst how easy it is for unauthorized persons to enter factory premises at night. Plus 1 morale, plus 14 supporters. Sippenhaft. Hitler gives the order to arrest and punish families of soldiers who surrender. Bridgehead over Rhine. US-American units occupy an undestroyed railway bridge. And child soldiers, boys born by 1929 are drafted into the Wehrmacht. Young people are sent to the front after a short training period. Of course, they will be 6 years old. I'm telling you, no one is using it. We should use it as a hideout, says Roman. No one abandons an allotment garment these days. Too valuable for that, argues poor Weinrab. What's the matter? I found an abandoned allotment garden, but I suggest we use it as a hideout. Roman. How do you know it's abandoned? Checked out the shack. Judging by the dust and the spiderwebs, no one has used it for at least a year. We need space to take people to hide. Too dangerous, says Roman. What if the owner returns and calls the police? Let's risk it and use the hut. Make that place a hideout. So we do have the hut there. -5 per Paul, +5 to Roman. What can I get from the artist? One piece of art. Get testimony, get to look with. Passport. I do want to set up that there. Let's go and increase there. Bastion. Go and open the hideout. Not enough marks going to hide in. That's a little bit of a worry because Roman and Paul are getting pretty close. Can't combine them. Okay. I don't particularly want Paul and Roman to do anything. Like, too risky. Or just send them to loot. 17 marks donated, -3 supporters. Roman panics, but we'll enforce him. More paint buckets. Roman thinks he's been seen, so I think we're going to have Roman arrested at the end of this. Or sneaks into the quarry, steals explosives. Sebastian opens up that, and yes, we have an arrest. Hopefully just Roman. -4 morale this week. Rebirth of Poland. They transferred territorial sovereignty. Jesus. Back to Poland. Bombers attack Berlin, and kamikaze attacks by German armed forces attack US ships. Kamikaze commands off the Japanese islands of Kyushu and Hondo. Bleck, says Sebastian Bowman as he takes a sip from his coffee. This is disgusting. Oh yes, says Paul Weinrab. They managed to make the Rizak Cafe even worse than it was before. I miss real coffee. Meat. I'd give anything for a good piece of beef. Me too. I mean, sure, everything is horrible, and food and drink shouldn't be our biggest worries, but I tell you, if we at least had some good food and decent coffee, everything else would be easier to take. A lot easier. For a long moment, everyone is silent, probably thinking about the food they miss the most. Go and plant some... Oh... Crash some... Get rid of some paint. And... more paint. Don't have any more contacts at the moment. Really need to free Roman. Let's go and collect some donations. Not that one though. Still not ideal. And then hopefully Paul and a couple of others at least can go into hiding next time out. 16 donations. Marks donations -3 supporters. Gustav gains another 9 marks. That's quite nice. Paul. Oh, someone's getting suspicious. That's not ideal. Yeah, Paul's getting arrested at the end of this one as well. Then he gains 12 marks. We'll hide from the police. And we haven't got Roman either. Oh, he hasn't been arrested. Okay. Torched Earth. Hitler orders all industrial and supply factories in the Reich to be destroyed as enemy forces approach. Hamburg under fire from US American bombers and Allied armies across the Rhine. Listen, we need to do something. They got my neighbour's boy. Sebastian Baumann is furious. What are you talking about? The boy is 12. He's a member of the Hitler Youth. Yesterday, I saw how they armed him and some of his schoolmates and sent them to battle. They let them fight? Yes, they gave him bazookas and rifles and sent them out to the front line. We need to talk to them. We should reach out and convince them to give up. This madness has to end before all of us are devoured by it. Raise white flags. Okay. Well, we'll risk that then with Sebastian. Paul. Definitely going into hiding. We'll send Horst. We'll send Gustav as well. Lost 3 supporters, gained 16 marks. Sebastian's going from building to building in block and raising white flags. People appreciate his actions. The tide of war. 15 supporters from that one. And +2 morale. Safer as well. The boys tried to look serious as they walked down the village lane, not aware of how ridiculous they are looking. Their oversized uniforms, their adolescent faces hidden under big helmets. What is this? May I present Hitler's last line of defence, says Bruno. A trusted supporter who handles our rural activities. Where are they going? There. Bruno points to the bridge that leads over to the Panke River. They're supposed to keep the Russians from crossing that bridge. You can't be serious. Told you, this is what he's come to. Setting on children as breathing tank traps in the villages around Berlin. Did they stand a chance? What do you think? Boys, barely trained, barely any weapons, scared and hungry, against a fully fledged rolling army. It'll be a bloodbath if we let it happen. How can we stop it? Fastest way would be to talk to the boys, but I doubt they'll listen to us. What other option do we have? The other option involves dragging in someone else. Might endanger him. Let's talk to the boys first, says Bruno. The boys are fortifying the bridge with sandbags and barbed wire. I count 4 working on the bridge and 3 more working left and right. Let's go to the bridge. When we approach, the leader points his weapon at us and shouts, "Halt, no passage. This is a restricted area now." What are your orders? Set up a line of defence to keep the enemy from crossing the bridge and enter now. Who do you think you'll be able to stop with that? No Russian will pass as long as we are here, replies a small boy from behind. The war is over. As long as there is a single true German alive, the war is not lost. He who defends 1 square metre of Germany defends the entire Reich. Forget it, says Bruno. They've been completely indoctrinated. What else can we do? Frederick Wolf lives on that house up there on the hill. He's a village teacher. I know him. He's a good man. Let's see if we can get him to talk to the boys. They will listen to him. Give up. Talk to the teacher. Bruno leads me to a farmhouse up on the hill. Friedrich Wolf lives here. He's a village teacher. The boys can trust him. He can help us. A man with white hair and wrinkled face opens the door. Hello, Friedrich, says Bruno. I'm glad you're home. You know that your pupils are playing Stalingrad down on the bridge. Verdammter Volkssturm, says Friedrich. What am I supposed to do? You need to talk to them. They know you, I say. You tell them to stop, they will listen. Doubt it will work, says Friedrich, but we must stop them, no matter how. Thank you. We get to the bridge where the boys are almost finished fortifying their positions. Their leader is instructing them on what to do and where to station themselves. Stops when he sees us. What do you want from us? We want to save your lives. We have orders. We are no traitors. We'll defend this bridge against the enemy. You go, Mr. Wolf, now. You were always a bright student and good at math. There are thousands of World Trade soldiers coming up today. How long do you think you can hold it? You must give up. The war is over. Never, says Hugo. He looks at the rest of the boys. Who wants to give up? Who wants to betray their Führer? Now's your chance. Go with them. Go. I don't care. I will fight here alone if I must. My duty. None of the boys makes it. Come with us. It doesn't help. They all stay where they are, says Friedrich Wolf, and points to a spot left of the bridge. See a few rifles, the bazookas, the weapons of the trial squad. What's your plan? At 3, we all run for the weapons and throw them into the river, says Friedrich. Start counting. 1, 2, 3. We run towards the weapons before the boys understand what's happening. Each of us has grabbed as many as we can and throw them into the river, where they immediately disappear into the murky water. A gunshot. Turn around. No, yells Hugo. He's pointing his pistol and pointing at his former teacher, tears in his eyes. I will shoot you, you traitor. Put down your weapon, Hugo. Hugo, I'm your teacher. Put down the gun. You should be relieved that it's over now. Hugo lowers his gun. I'll go home. Reluctantly, they get their things and leave. We did it, says Bruno. We saved their lives. Thank you, says Bruno. No, thank you, I say. We couldn't have done it without you. That same day, the SS arrests Friedrich Wolf, the teacher. He's sentenced to death in a drumhead court-martial for undermining a legitimate military action. Hugo, his student, testifies against him. This needs to end. The next day, the Red Army took Bernau. -10 morale this week, plus 12 supporters. Red Army are in Austria, Allies meet at Elbe River, and Hesse in American hands. When I arrive for tonight's meeting, I'm surprised to see everyone laughing and smiling. Gustav Eulenberg hands me a small plate with something dark on it that I haven't seen in years. Eat up, he says. What are we celebrating? My birthday, says Gustav, and a special treat for all of us. Chocolate! Very hard to come by these days. Hurrah, says Sebastian Bowman. I feel delighted to have something to smile about. It feels like an eternity since I've had a piece of chocolate. Happy birthday to you, my friend. And that's plus 20 morale, that's a nice little boost as well. We've got 5 days left, I do believe. So we're going to come back and finish it off in the next episode. If you have enjoyed this, please do hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for more. Until next time, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one.